Why, hello. Hello, internet people. So, like I said, I did a little bit of testing. Just gotta track it down real quick. Didn't do much. Don't want to leave you guys without anything. And pow! How is everyone today? Drag this out of the way. I realized I need to work on putting together some hotkeys so I don't have to have my OBS window open. But whatever. That's my problem, not your problem. So what are we looking at here? This is the Jenkins file that I had for this particular application. Basically, I'm just trying to create a Steam command server. Like, that's kind of the beginning. The goal at the end of the day is to have a 7 days to die server in the cluster that I can connect to and keep running and, you know, just have fun with. This is my first attempt at trying to get Drone to do this build rather than Jenkins, because here's what Jenkins does. What Jenkins did. So it would go to this stage, it would grab the agent that was labeled Docker. It would use the container Docker and Docker in the agent Docker, because it spun up, I had it set up so that it would spin up whatever container would get added, and that would allow it to send the code to the correct container and do the correct thing on the correct container. In this case, the container was Docker and Docker, which was a secondary to the normal Jenkins server, or Jenkins. What's the way that it was done? So Jenkins would spin up a Jenkins run container, basically, and then you could modify that run container so that it would add other containers for whatever it is you needed to do. So I had a second container, in this case, that was Docker and Docker, that allowed the creation of Docker packages that it would then push the container images up to the right place. When I lost all of that is what started this process. So right now I have it pulling the image and then just say hello world, right? So if we hop over to it gave me an error. That error is secrets are forbidden. Default can't. So it looks like the user that I may or may not have created can't create secrets. So let's investigate that. Oops, wrong one. That's this one. So we are in Dev Services. Let's look at our roles. Our role binding. All right. So that's fun. Let's go back here. Did I just not? We're gonna do a window. How? Recent. Okay, so it's a role that's in dev services named drone. There is not a role in dev services named drone. Let's check them all. Yeah. Okay. So there's your problem. So let's hop back in here. So that is the role and the role binding that uses default. And it's only valid in dev services. Good. Okay. My bad. So now, how do I trigger this again? No deployments, no branches. Do I just have to do a new build? Schedule it? No. I mean, not yet. That could explain why going to secrets just failed. And it does seem like when it fails everywhere, right? So we want active only. So how do you re-trigger? Do I just have to do a new build? Started and then error. Okay, so yeah, you just start a new build. Okay. System, service account, dev services, default. Cannot create resource secrets in API group in the namespace default. Oh, it thinks, okay, there's probably a configuration that I'm missing there. So it's referring to default, and it's true, we don't want that to be in default. So did I have that here and just not even realize it? Name default dev services. Okay. Is there something in the runner? What about in the app? I don't see the word default anywhere. So let's look at the documentation. So what's happening is that it's trying to run. It's trying to create the secrets in the default namespace, and it's not in the default namespace, nor does it have access to it, which makes sense. So there's probably an environment variable that I'm missing. So let's look at these docs. Runners, we want. No. Where's the Kubernetes runner? Let's do this. Yeah, see? Why is it in the quick start if it's not supported? Oh, is that why? I think that's why. If I pop back over there. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, that's kind of funny though. That's a thing. New terminal. Oops. Changed namespace. Well, how about this? Apparently, name equals namespace. Let's find out. Now, does this happen automatically? Not yet. Okay. Well, it grabbed that, so it saw it. User system. Okay, no, it's still pointing at default. Why are you still pointing at default? Okay, there must be something else I'm missing. Type name. Okay, so name doesn't matter. Name isn't it. Kubernetes pipelines overview. Configure pipeline services, integration. Drone service account default. The default if no service account is configured in the YAML. So I can set a service account in there? You think it's like service account and then dev services dash default? Name. Okay, so no, name doesn't matter. Name, image, commands. All right. I feel now as though I'm going in circles. Additional examples. Name, greeting. Okay. I mean, do I just put namespace there, you think? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? It's already broken, right? So we're going to say name is test. Namespace, in this case, we're going to say dev services. All right. And pushed. And go. Okay, got the right one. Cannot create secrets in the name. Okay, so now it's saying, but why are you still? Why are you still trying to create? Actually, is that a change? Or the previous one? Oh no, it's still pointing at. Okay, so it didn't. No change. No change. And it loses all the links over there. Exec, Max Stadium, environment. Let's just search for namespace. For example, the above rule prevents a pipeline from using the development namespace unless the repository matches. Okay. That is something we're definitely going to use. That's something that's useful. So I'm going to make sure that I keep that in an aside tab because we're coming back to that. Let's see. What else? Drone namespace. Rules file drones namespace. Job namespace. Optional string value sets the cluster namespace in which jobs should run. I mean, that looks like what we need. This is a top level change, so image. We have a whole lot of environment variables, huh? Oops. This is crap, what was it called? Drone job namespace. I mean, you'd think it would just default to this, right? I don't know. All right, let's apply 300. And while we're here, okay, we do have drone now. Do we have role binding for drone? Okay, that is the default. And in service accounts, we have default. Cool. I'm probably going to make a drone service account specifically, but dev services, I'm fine with it, right? So let's go back to you. Interesting. New build, run it. Ooh. Something's happening. Cannot create secrets in the namespace default. Why? I mean, I can cheat. I know I can. I can just make it so that, yes, it can create them in default, but it's not what I want to do. Is there going to be like a drone secret? What happened to... Here we go. Configure pipeline. Metadata. Cool. let's try this again. But in here, our metadata is namespace, dev services. I mean, it seems stupid that you would have to do that every time, right? There should be the option to set a default. Flames commands. We demonstrate a pipeline that launches a Docker service. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of the way their website operates. Oh, because I'm in pipelines. I need to go to the Kubernetes runner, which they don't have a doc for, or at least not an obvious one. So under runners, if I do here Docker, if I just change this. Okay. It's not here. It doesn't exist. Now we're back at the installation. Okay. But where's that configuration? There we go. Annotations default. Limit namespace default. So I need to do this in the runner. So to 301. And apply. Claims it's running. I wonder what the liveness check looks like on this. Like, how do you check? Well, I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. So let's hop back here to builds. New build, create. Oh, it's taking longer. It's running. Claims it's cloning. Unable to access SSL certificate problem. Ooh. This is unable to get local issuer certificate. Oh, wait. Why did it go to HTTP? There's supposed to be an S in there. Although I can make it HTTP. And no, because that's pulling from Git. That's different. Okay. So the problem is now in the cloning. But I definitely give it the certificate. Oops, so on this one, let's take a look at the runner. Come on. What you doing there? Interesting. Oh, there we go. I was like, why you know? Okay. Who am I? Root. Okay. What do I have this point to? T.1.dev. Unable to get local issuer certificate. I'm 90% certain that's just saying it can't validate it. Same X509, but just different. The certificate being sent. Okay. Does this even have apt? I mean, yeah, I didn't think so. And I wouldn't want to be like every time I have to restart it, I have to update the certificates. No. That's not the happening. Oh, 1 second. And we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so what was the command in there? Is this going to let me do that? Probably not. Nope. If I all right, it's not gonna let that happen. So it's not liking my certificate. How do I make it like my certificate? Is there another environment variable that drone needs? Probably, maybe. call. Although, is that happening? Well, it has to be happening in there, so. This is in the runner, okay. Devices, capacity, resource. Actually, no, we don't know. Get fetch. Okay, so it's at the get fetch portion. I'm guessing this is running on the runner, not on the primary. So why? All right. I may need to go back to certificate manager and just look at what I need to do the injections, because I'm having way too many problems with my self-signed certificate. Let's see. Trusting TLS, yeah. I mean, I've already got the certificate. You had to add the certificate to the list of certificates. Okay, well, I've done that. Not doing a signing request, that's handled. It's downloading and using, no. Create secret TLS cert. Okay. I mean, this is all great about getting the file in there, but I've already got the file in there. I need to use it. It is possible to configure your cluster to use the cluster for this, but you should never rely on it. Yep, I know. No, this isn't what I'm after. Let's look what this has to say. That's just an ingress, yeah. Not worried about that. That's not useful. Okay, this is what I'm doing right now. All pods shows mount path, then you might be able to. Switchboard ops. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing already, though, which is not super useful. And the last thing I want to do is add an init container. Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm not seeing a better way. I don't like that. Mount the cert. Use a post-start lifecycle. All right, let's... Where does lifecycle go? Let's take a look at that. No parameters are passed to the handler. So the one downside of this is that, like, in this instance, I don't think it even has an update CA certificates. Yeah, I didn't think so. So it just doesn't even have the ability to do that update. So my hope was that by jamming it in there, it's just going to work, but... Huh. So if I do... Now what happens? Okay. So let's see. If now... I don't like this as an answer, but... Oh, interesting. So maybe it is happening on not on the runner, but here. This definitely still is not a fix. But is it a temporary resolution? That's what we want to know. It is not. Unable to get. Okay, so right now, both of these have or should have the ability to do this. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, both of them can. Why can't the app? Does it need to reload? And if it reloads, do I lose? This is getting way too far into the weeds. No system control. So service? No. So I need to restart drone server. And it's going to kick me out because I just killed the thing that it's keeping track of. Because it says, oh no, it broke. All right. New shell. And we're back to the same deal. But if I do this again, hunky dory. But again, this will have run before that update. Oh yeah, it's going to want me to log in again. New build, same deal. Yeah. So my only real option is to make a custom version of each of these images. I love nothing more than making custom images. It's basically just going to be taking this, adding my certificate, pushing it up to Gatia, can I make this deploy itself? Because you run into that chicken and egg problem, right? Like, there has to be a better way of doing this. Actually, there is a better way of doing this. Because like this is the Getia server, right? I don't think I have to reference it in... Oh, I do. But that's going to be the image name no matter what. Where is it? Alright, so let's look back at here. It's Getia dot... Oh, no, it's the full name. So let's look at services, and we want it is that. Dot service. What is that? What is service.cluster.local, right? Yeah. That's supposed to be it. Oh, it's namespace. Namespace.service.cluster.local. So a pod in the test namespace can successfully resolve either service cluster. Come on, I've done this before. What's going on? So a pod can resolve either data.prod or data. Okay. So the above service, BusyBox subdomain, and pods. The first pod would see it as BusyBox 1. -1. But that's because it specifically has a host name. But I don't need a host name, right? pointing to the pods. So both pods have their own address records. Yeah. So now I've got that right-ish. But I'm not going to use that. I definitely need this service. Oh, is that the problem? No, it should still be able to clone via regular methods. Should. Bad address. Katia dash PSG QL dash ingress dash HTTP dot Katia dot service okay. I was just missing something. Cool. So if I just do this and we pop back over here and we change, I don't know if I'm going to be, if that's going to matter. I don't know if this is going to matter because of that, but let's try it. Close all these because they're not useful anymore. Go to pods, go back to dev services. Please try again. Okay, that's a problem. So that's not the fix. The thing is that we have it to the point where it's able to get to the server. It's able to accept the server's certificate enough, at least for the authorization. So we're there. But now we have this. So Git now has a problem with that certificate. To permanently accept a specific certificate, try now. Are these? Oh, there we go. can be overridden. There we go. So if I set this environment variable, actually, let's try this. Let's see what that shows out in the wilderness. All right, so on the primary, yeah, we need a da-la-da sign. Okay. And on here, all right, so let's just SSL certs. And then we do the same thing. And if that works, then we have our fix. Right? Seems easy enough. What are the chances? Let's go do things. Nope. Unable to get local certificate. Okay, so that's not the problem. Let's see, maybe that's a, let's see if we just apply that to Git. Explain that curl does not use the machine's certificate store. Okay. Need more than put in the same file. Yeah. SSLCA info. So I guess I can try this then. Next. Export. And same. So, I mean, the issue is here. Okay. So then where where is this coming from? Drone source. This is in device, okay. One more try. Nope, exactly the same. This is interesting though. Initialize empty Git directory here. But that doesn't actually exist unless it's... Where am I? I'm on... Okay, I'm on the main one. No. Okay. So find seems to have an issue just kind of in general. Mm-hmm. Nope. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I should have been looking through all of those first. Okay, where did it get? Not there. Not there. So where the heck is it getting Git from? Bonkers. Driving me bonkers. This is entertaining. Nothing in data. Let's do something basic. Okay, so now we can find stuff. I'm not crazy. What am I in right now? I am in the main machine. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out here is this thing is failing at trying to run Git, but I can't find where it's running Git from to try and adjust it. And what I'm concerned with is that the drone app is CH-rooted, C-rooted. I never know how to say some of these things. All right. Okay. It's not that it can't make stuff. So what the deal is? Unable to get local issuer certificate. And I can't do git config. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe we go, just for the sake of argument here, and we enable this. I mean, if we set that on both of them, unless it's running in its own environment, which it's really seeming like it might be. Do the same thing here. Oops. Copy. Pasta. No. Copy. Pasta. I mean, I really don't like that as an answer. But so far, that's kind of where we're at. Hey, did it? Nope. Yeah, no, see, it's not checking those at all. It might not be checking them because they're not set when it starts up. Which, you know, let's do that. So first here, we're gonna do I mean, this is kind of the nuclear bomb version. And we're going to do it on both. And 301. Oops. These are both going to go away. They seem to be terminating the old ones faster today, which that's the best thing. That's exactly what you want in your Kubernetes cluster. Inconsistency. Let's go. Nope, same problem. And it never gets to build. Let's see if there's got to be something on the drone forums about this, right? Oops. Probably where I should have went in the first place. Such that Git fetch can use it. Okay, I have a local GitLab now, blah, blah, blah. You can set the following to make the host CA. Well. What do you know? I mean, I guess there's that. Let's try this just for the sake of argument. Why not? I mean, again, we've already... Oops. Build. So, clone. This does not appear to work. All right. Probably going to end up doing this, but let's just see what happens. I mean, if we're arguing, let's take it out. Create. Let's go. Okay. So we can do it that way. Good to know. We'll see what the build does. I mean, it should just say hello world, right? On that note, quick shift. Well, our build step is still running. I'm sure that's a good sign. Let's see. Are we... Wait, what? What are you? Did I accidentally... Did I accidentally do another deployment? No, this is the one that it's trying to start. Okay. And what do you think the failure is? Can't download the image? Couldn't parse image. Invalid reference format. Oh. Well, that's fun. Okay. I think we all could have and should have seen that one coming, huh? But I want to get rid of this. I don't want this in here because I do not want to have that as the standard. And we also need to get you out of there. And out of there. Because what we wanted was here. You can set the font to make the host CA. Okay. But we don't want the host's CA certificates, but this will probably be fine. Cloning tags. Recursive retries. Custom logic. This is in the pipeline side though. So let's try it here first. Wait a second. Oh, okay, no. So wait a minute, is that on? I think that says that I need to do it here, right? Oops. Right, no, because that's... No, that's not going to do it. Although if I do this... Oh no, wait, that I've got right. It's... here. So if I have you get mounted instead as this, I mean, let's try it. What's gonna happen? It's gonna break? I dare it. It broke. Okay. Fine. So let's go back. Let's change it back. Reapply. And I'll bet because we forced it to restart, it couldn't start it. But we still, like, I really don't want it to be not checking it. I want it to check that certificate. To make the host, but that's okay. So let's go back over. Is it here? No, reference. And this is runner's reference. Policy, what's the policy file? RPC, runner capacity devices. File. I mean, I do know that it's going to have to run Docker and Docker as a privileged imaged. So we shall see there, huh? Optional comment summary separate list provides a list of Docker images that are started as privileged. Okay, so that's, we're aware of that. For the sake of argument, let's put this back. That is lowercase, so everything should be good there. Let's push a new build. Let's see what this one has to say. Clone runs no problem, cool. Now what the deal is. Almost sneezed in your ear. Failed to pull image. Failed to resolve reference. Failed to do request. TLS. Failed to verify. Ah. Why is this so difficult? Is this where I need the runners to have, because this guy, if I look here, yeah, so it's also not grabbing the SSL, right? Source. It's grabbing a bunch of stuff. That's all environment variables. So we've got image, args, environment, resources, volume mounts. Yeah, so it's not mounting. Is that what this person's talking about? Drone runner volumes. That should be, but that should be in here. But it's not. Privilege, secret, plugin, endpoint. Not crazy, right? What's devices? Okay, kind of. Maxprox name. All right, let's just try it. I mean, if I create in runner oh, that's not gonna, I need to be able to pass YAML to the runner. Let's check in here first. Search. Setting for the harness. But this harness. This is all I care about. Is there anything here that specifically points to drone? No. Build and test on a cluster. All right, let's see what we got here. Create a GitHub connector. How about not? I don't think this is using drone. How to use harness CI. Let's set up a Kubernetes cluster. Adding a harness cluster connector? No. I don't think that's what I'm gonna. Let's try drop back one. Nice, okay. Now, here's the question. Are we getting, how close are we right now to the point where we say this doesn't work for us, right? Wait, what? Docker, the pipeline status is passed to steps by file as opposed to environment variable. The pipeline status is passed to steps by file. Pipeline pod is sitting in a pending state, waiting to be scheduled. All right, this is what we've already looked at. Right? Node select, no, maybe not. Runner environment. No. Let's try one more thing. Drone. pass YAML to runner. Kubernetes. Okay. And part of me thinks, like, is step one just something I have to put into the .drone file? Let's see what this says. Namespace and RPC secret. And on the server end, yeah, see, all of this is, since it's going out to GitHub, it doesn't have to worry about certificates. There really has to be a better way of doing this. Is there maybe a command line? Can I force it to run a command? Because the first problem is that it can't. It's having a problem pulling. And actually, now that I think about it, the one that's having a problem pulling, wouldn't that be the server that it's on? So somehow, let's see. All right, let's look. It's on dev mini 3. Doesn't have a known issue. Wow. Wait a minute. When did that happen? Have I? You gotta be kidding me. All right, let me try. We want to dev mini 3. I'll just put it there. And then I want to copy root to what's the actual directory? I can't remember what it is. I never remember that one. SSL certs. that's where it goes. And then I'm probably gonna have to wait for this to fail, or wait for it to re-fail. What if I just trash it? What do you show now? Failed. Okay. If it just goes, I'm going to just okay, no, it still went to failed. Okay, good. I mean, not good, but at least I know I'm only a third of a moron. Failed to resolve X509 certificate. Well, for the sake of argument, it helps if I let's get ready once again for the 15th time. And failure. Same failure. Same failure. TLS fit. Okay, so is this a configuration issue with Docker, maybe? Let's see what we get here. Let's see about that. Okay. It's not Docker. What is the other name? container D. Default runtimes. Do I need to restart container D? Consider that a security violation. No longer trust the secret key. Let's see what happens there. Return code is okay. All right. Restarting the node. I don't know if I want to go that far. Well, what else are we doing, right? Probably should have drained it first. What are you going to do? If you're running something here, you're doing it wrong. Not ready. Got more water. Run back. It's taking a little too long. Oh, there we go. Bong. I personally find it hilarious that my Kubernetes cluster nodes start up with the max startup noise. Yeah. It did take a while, though. Come on, get to loading. This is where I would be engaging my audience. Oh, my meme is gone. I had such a cool little meme there. Or the if I had one. It's yellow, so it's still booting. Taking its sweet time. There we go. Now comes the question of, all right, we are ready. Can I trash can you? Is this actually running? Not quite yet. Coming. I do find it interesting that just like, oops. That's not what I wanted. Let's disconnect and reconnect. Why is it still saying node is not ready? It looks like it's ready. Just restart you. I think it probably just hasn't recognized that they're gone yet. Which sucks. Like I said, should have drained it. Chaos engineering, that's all it is, right? There they go. Well, one of them. Coming. And now you should be going away. Or, well, one of you should be going away. Alright. Are we caught up? Kind of. Number 18. Build. I don't think it's recognized that it's done, so new build, create. Let's see what happens. I mean, it'd be great if all of a sudden it just works, right? And it's already got a restart. And it's going to be the same error. Oh no, that's a completely different error. What do you want to bet? That's because... No, you're fine. What's going on? DevOps, packages, packages. Do I just have it spelled wrong now? As I've said before, you saw the name when you clicked on this. What? Failed to resolve reference. DevOps images. Full access to the repository does not exist or may require authorization. Yeah. Well, there's your problem. Okay, so it is private, so that means it requires authorization, which means I need to use the token. No, it's not in settings. It is profile. Or is this the one that I do have to? Oh no, right here. Okay. So let's just say this is going to be drone grabber. I must select at least one. All. Oh yeah, I need packages. It's going to need to be able to read and write. Repositories. At least read, I think. We'll just start with that. So now I need to create that. I need to add that in. That's going to be one of these. Boom, boom, boom. UI trace service secret plugin token. Maybe. It might also actually be on the server side. Which is client, server. No. All right. Drone get always auth. Drone RPC secret. But I don't care about the RPC secret. Realistically, it should be able to go back. I mean, yeah, it should be creating the token. Okay, so how do we test this? I'm just going to delete that because if I need another one, I'll make another one. DevOps images. So if I do this, exit. All right. Unauthorized. Authenticate. Oh, I haven't set up Docker to do the authorization on this yet. I don't think. But here, what I'm looking at, actually it's kind of the same thing. Pull access denied. So I need the runner. Do I have to put like the token in the file? That wouldn't make sense. Drone runner -t. It has the token there. So according to this, it has a run the change log. Okay, hang on. Is there anything about deploying this? Running drone on Kubernetes. This requires drone server 1.6. Let's check it here in Trello. Generate a token, yeah. don't think this is what we're after. But that's the pipeline. I'm not worried about, I need the runners. And I need to, again, trick it. Uses in-cluster authentication to communicate with the Kubernetes, okay. Optional string, listener port, okay. I mean, it's supposed to be getting the token through the OAuth according to the, well, actually, let's look at that. No, not there. I had it right the first time. I hop over to Gatia and look at the logs. Oh, I'm gonna have to run it again. We'll run it again. Check for commits, grab the status. Bam, unauthorized. So it logs in with the access token. It gets the status. Hey, come back. And it is unauthorized to get that. I mean, there's an easier answer. It's probably what I should have done, or what I should be doing anyway. Let's go to packages. Recreate the repository and configure it. I mean, that's new to me. I'll run it. But this package, what are its settings? No, that's wrong settings. Packages settings. All I can do is delete it. Let's try that. And we'll go back to dev services. And we'll throw you in the trash. And we'll create a new build. That has already restarted and already failed. All right. We'll update to public. We'll do it again. I just want to get to the point where the thing's running. Jeebus. Well, I want to get past the point where the thing is running. Why does it already have a restart? But it's staying green longer. 2 restarts. And it goes away. Well, that went away a lot faster at least. And it said hello world. Cool. Now I need to make it so that that is going to be a privileged container that can run with the permissions needed to build something in Docker. But before we do that, I'm going to grab me some more water. And we're back. Alright, so we're past that. I don't like the way that that had to be done. But I don't like the idea of it requiring an OAuth token be generated to run the server, and then the runner needs a separate token. Doesn't seem right. Let's see. I wonder if... I do wonder if there's something in there to do that. Because on one hand, there really isn't any reason not to have my internal containers be public, as it were, because they're not really public, but at the same time, like, I don't want to. Any wall that I can put up internally, I will put that wall up. And removing security is not the way to fix it. So let's see if maybe somewhere around here see, this isn't giving me enough information about what it means. But this is in runners. Let's try it. Let's just do it and see what happens. So let's go back over here. Set you back to private. Or even limited. We'll leave it at limited just in case. And then I can go back to private if need be. So I don't need you open anymore. Go away. What we're looking at, or what we have here, Bing, we want applications. We're gonna call you Drone Grabber again, just for the sake of argument. And activity publish. It's probably read and write. I don't think it's going to generate issues. Notifications, probably at least read. Organization, read. Package is read and write, because I am going to want it to push those. Repository is read. Alright. So now... write meow and runner we need a little space. And in this case, I don't really care. We're in dev, and this isn't gonna last past this. All right, I'll hop back over to here. We are our first success. 22 builds in. Yeah. All right, let's see what this looks like. Checked out. Nope. Failure. Oh, but it failed much faster that time. Unauthorized. Did it even send it? Now I'm wondering if just because of the way that it triggers this, it's Kubernetes that's not being authorized. I'm gonna bet that that's the case. So let's look at that. Let's chase that down. So I need to create a secret. Is this actually, if I go back to this one? Kubernetes. So that's on the runner side. What about... That's the pipeline side. Server reference, okay. Stash. So this isn't going to be Git or Gitia specific. No, it's got to be in the runner, because the runner's the one that's going to trigger the pull. Maybe registry plugin token. Provides the endpoint used to make requests to an external registry. No, that's for a registry plugin, but I don't have any plugins, so that's not the deal. All right, so let's hop back over here. Username, password, email. Yeah, so I need the image pull secrets to get added to that container. So how do I add? I'm back to the chicken and egg. How do I get it to, how do I force it to add specific YAML? Although I have a little bit more information than I had before. So Can I pull an image from a private registry? Typically, if the Docker artifact is in a harness, has access using the credentials set up in the artifact connector. May not have the permissions needed to access. For these cases, values.yaml is added in the service manifest sections must contain. Yeah, but that's not for drone, that's for harness. Put that away. Never mind. All right. Oh no, I needed to put, I was just thinking to myself, like, part of the reason I'm using this particular image is because it adds my certificate into it, because I was having an issue such as this with Jenkins. What if I were to instead use the standard image? Well, let's see what happens if I do. I think I'm still going to have a problem in sending it. Actually, you know what? That's what I need to do. For the time being, I know that I can make it work. Let's go through the steps of actually building this. So the first thing I need to do is I need to, this in the runners, I need to say which ones are privileged. So let's put that in this guy's pipe and smoke it. We can get rid of you. Let's also get rid of you. Let's set you back to public. I mean, right now I'm more focused on working than secure, which is not the right answer, but it's a start. I kind of just want to see if I can get to the next step, right? So it's going to pull that guy. All right, we need name is that. Oops. Value, in this case, the only one that I want to be privileged is mine, which takes me back over to not that one, but that one. And And it's supposed to be a comma separated list. All right. Now, I don't know for certain if it's going to be able to run that yet, but that's okay. Actually, let's push that up right now. Make sure it gets running. That one terminates. Go back to our builds. Is it going to fail because it's trying to run it as a privileged? It helloed. Cool. Now, it wasn't actually trying to do anything that's privileged just yet, so there's that. All right, so boom, we don't need you. We don't need you. Let's look at what a pipeline. All right, so our command, in this case, we want to use Docker. I'm in the wrong place. So if I do Docker build the legacy builder is depreciated, will be removed, install the build X. Okay, unable to prepare context, unable to evaluate symlinks. Oh, right, it's a Docker Compose file. Have I not installed Docker Compose here? Nope. Oops. Yes. Is that enough? Sorry, the application has stopped. Don't send. Probably need to do that. Nope. No module named distutils. All right, let's just Yeah, see how that's already purple? Create a file called compose.yaml. Okay. This is not a Docker Compose file, that's why. This is just a regular Docker file. So the compose is just this. Sometimes, I swear. I don't think those are the right ports, but what am I doing nano? I have it open right here. Why is this still like this? Huh? Wait a minute, what? Oh, because I'm in the other. We'll open you instead. There we go. Later. Alright, so this Docker file pulls Ubuntu, sets all these things, installs, cool, quits, does the linking, creates the entry point, and leaves. There are no ports, so let's just build. So in theory, I go here and I say, but that's not what I want to do. I don't want to bring it up. I just want to run it, or I want to build it. Starts the services, but I don't want to do that. Rebuild. I guess that's it. Don't send. Okay, so I'm still just getting the no module here. Fine. This solved my problem. Cool. Do not pre-install setup tools. That ain't it. Alright, so what am I missing? Already have the Docker engine. Let's Docker CE. Okay. EA40. All right, everything's gone again. Oh, oops. I mean, seems to me. So with that test out of the way, what that means is in here, in this, I need build Docker. And if I look again at the Jenkins file, I need to be able to pass environment variables to it. So let's look at that. You can add multiple steps, yes. You can conditionally limit. You can define multiples. You can use any image. You can execute. Let's look at the examples here for Docker and Docker. Oh yeah, I need to add the privileges true. Wait, but the step here is just testing. In the below example, we demonstrate a pipeline that launches a Docker service container and that's it. Let's just check this then. Okay, in the example below, we demonstrate a pipeline that connects to the host machine's Docker daemon by mounting a volume. Furthermore, mounting the host machine Docker socket, and you should only be done in trusted environments. Okay. Let's just see if any of these test multiple versions. So I have go build, go test, right? Okay. Well, how do I send variables? It supports custom language for when needed more powerful. Ooh, that's not what I want. I mean, this is just adjusting how I have it written. All right. Drone. All right, create a build using the latest commits. So this is all API side, cool. How do I get the build info? Do I just do that? This might be the moment when I walk away from drone, because their docs probably make a lot of sense. But just not getting Gitness? What? So wait, drone comes in two distributions, the Enterprise Edition and the Community Edition. I've already gone through this, I think. Signatures. Promotions. Limit pipeline by target environment. Okay. Where do I see the build number? That ain't it. High type name. Okay, depends. Disable steps. Got the entry points. I need to be able to add the name to it. Got the event status pull. Okay. No, none of that's helpful. Why does it reference the build number, but it never actually shows me how to get the build number? You need you. All right, so back to here. All right, build it, right? So like I did here, built. Oops. So repository and tag is none. So if I did docker build dot what I need is so we're pulling this. It's not a DevOps image though. Docker build options dot URL. It's been a while since I've messed with Docker images. So I have tag. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we're getting somewhere. Ish. Esque. Maybe. And this is where I need to make the is that it? Username, name, no. I need to make the yeah, Docker login. I'm gonna pull this over here. I don't remember if it pasted in clear text. One second while I grab it. Oops. That's not the right one. Right. That is most definitely the right one. What are you talking about? It's claiming that I have the wrong password. Incorrect username or password. Huh. I'm gonna bet I think it has to go over SSH if I remember right. Oh no, I was just doing it wrong. I mean, of course it's just going to recognize it, right? Pure-ish. Pseudo soccer. but you're not in DevOps images. Let's go back to our build. All right, there we go. And now we want to push this one. All right, so that's our process. But we need to build it with its tag already. That's what's missing from the process. That's removing our automation. And we want to tag it as latest, right? Need it to be privileged. That was what? Privileged, yes. Where's the more examples? Above examples are converted to a simple shell script. The commands are roughly converted to this. Okay. Server. We can just pick any one of these and change it to what? Oh wait, that's right. I need to go here. Just okay, authentication, installation, yeah. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is pipelines. I thought they had an example or a list of examples. Oh, here we go. Docker pipelines. Oh, there it is. Docker, but no. Docker. So here it has it running as a service. All right, so let's hop back over here. Make this a little bit smaller. All right, so it's got here. Give it a second, I guess. Name, image, privileged, true. I'm not trying to connect over to another one, so I don't think I need to worry about that. Let's go back here. If I do an image. Name and optionally a tag. Okay. So doom, and it's going to be tag and fill all of this in, but it's not going to be. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it that way. I am going to have to do a Docker login. I would hope that it could pull a secret, but for now, let's run this. Let's see what happens, because now I'm just curious. What? What's going on here? Yeah, I want this side. Still want this side. Continue. I don't think that's going to work, but let's see what happens, huh? Well, that's a first. That says it succeeded? No, it definitely did not succeed. All right, so sue me. I understand I'm in the wrong one. But that's all right. At least I cleaned that up. But there is a problem in that these are unrelated. So let's open this guy. Let's make sure we do a get pull. Try again. Well, that failed right away. Untrusted repositories cannot enable privilege mode. But it is a trusted repository. Or did I not push that up? Oh, do I need to also have another variable for the trusted repositories? Let's see. So this is the server. TLS, no. There's nothing here about trusted. All right, next. Runners. Just go with this one. Go here, configuration. Do we have a trusted? All right, where the heck is trusted? Use this. Okay. Cool. This is the same error message. How do I make one? How do I make it trusted? And that's this reference. Logs, registration, repository filter. Like on one hand, it's really cool that it's all configured via variables or environment variables, but then there's the other side of why wouldn't this be a trusted repository? It is funny though, once it fails, everything's just broken forever till the end of time, unless you refresh it. So both templates and secrets do nothing. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing so far, I mean, I'm 3 hours in and hitting the next roadblock, and I still haven't even found the proper way to do deployments with this. I'm feeling as though drone may not be the solution for me. So my plan is document all of this, put it into my info, and call today a bust. Wow. Not much else I can do. So, with that, let's do a little bit of cleanup. We're going to scale you down. And I'm sure this isn't a problem with drone. I mean, I can see many people seem to understand it. Just seems to be beyond me for now. And with that, I am done for today. If you hung out and you were lurking this whole time, cool. Thanks for making me a part of your day. If you came and went, also cool. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks. It means a lot. Until tomorrow, when we're playing games. Bye, everybody.